Yo, people, morning. What's going on? Well, more like noon. It's 12:17 over here, and it's a weird concoction I cooked up here. I know that, but today we're gonna continue a little bit on our EVA-00 build, and I just thought, hey, I need to check something. Yeah, it's public. I tried a little something before, so I wanted to make sure. Today we're going to continue with our EVA-00 build, and before we're going to dive right in, this is where I am currently at with the second one. This is the original prototype where he has the different chests, and when he's getting shot up by Ramiel, he will get refurbished, and afterwards he will look like this, with all gray legs and pylons and everything in different chest piece. And I finished that up. In the meantime, we got a little bit of, panel lining in here on those round pieces on the back of the head, and a little bit on the front here in the face, and a little bit on the abdomen here. So that's beautiful. Great build. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, every time highly addictive, highly addictive. And you can do so much. Like, you can really sticker those guys up, but to me they don't look like what they should look like afterwards, so I keep it simple, only a little bit. Like these markings on the back here, I kind of dig that it fits together nicely with the little round pieces in the back here, so I think that gives it a very thorough look. And otherwise, just marginal stickers, man, like on the sides here, those, and on the arms, and a little bit on the markings here, together with the abdominal panel lining. And otherwise, I just keep it simple, because that's just what they were, So that's him. I also finished up the positron cannon a while back during the same building frame. Looks amazing. It's a great piece. I also added a ton more of detail here, and I blackened all of these pistons in here, additional cat hair, and red bits here, black bits here, all the stickers. I forgot one on the side here, but still. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Sadly, it's only a prop. It's not articulated or anything, but it's enough. It's way more than enough. I mean, I never was a fan of this new design, but in this form, I kind of dig it. So we're gonna put that to the side, have more space, and I also finished the concoction that EVA-00 01 had on his shoulder, with this one, of course, being the extra pylon with a radar dish on top, and this is the actual, I don't know. Targeting unit? I call it targeting unit. So this comes down in front of his face, and then he can target Romeo with that. It's a cool piece, fits together very nicely. Also, the exchange is interesting. You need to pretty much rip apart the shoulder and everything, and then put that in there. We're gonna cover that in the review, but I'm also gonna show that in my little display. I got who's following me on Instagram, seeing that I got a little acrylic plate or plexiglass, a little level extra. Maybe, yeah, you can see it kind of there. You see EVA-01 there if you squint, and there's this extra layer, and this black bit here, just over my nail, that's lying there. That's one of the guns that's just lying there. I want to have it like hangar style, and the weapons are below there. So that's where this is also going. And then 01 and 00 and all the future releases in there, and just standing over there, hovering over there. So I think this will be very cool. Maybe I do some leveling, I don't know, with some EVA foam stuff. Dan brought me up to it. It's a pretty nice idea, actually, like the cities from Neo Tokyo 1, and then from EVA foam, and then in blocks, and then standing there on top of there. Maybe some posing, some stand in there, maybe some Tamashimation in there, poking there so they jump over. Could be something. Maybe that's fun. But for today, I'm not gonna hold your and my horses any longer. So let's rotate this weird bit down and see how it works, so that we, hey, look at that. It's not the worst frame. That's not the best frame. Yeah, no, not that one either, so that you can see it all the right way around. I think that looks good. No, that's actually better this way. So you can actually see what I'm doing here. That's good, and I got more headspace than last time. I have to remind myself of this concoction right here. So yeah, I pretty much did the same thing as last time. I did some more detailing on the head with some panel lining in here and on the face. On the back of the head too, with these ones, the stickers I'm going to do in the end. And then we got the front here with the panel lining, which looks nice. I know this looks kind of weird, but the thing is there's just so much you can do in terms of getting it off. This is the marker that I use. It's a regular edding. It's pretty much a German marker brand. It's, I don't know, it's been around for, it's made in Japan. That's weird. I thought it was German. Anyway, I use those, and this one is actually pretty amazing. It has a great tip. You see that on the white, and it's also bleeding into the crevices. So that's working an absolute charm. So as you can see here, I finished up the head until here, and I guess today we are just gonna start with the legs, which is also gonna be fun. We're gonna try and just go ahead doing it super fun, super easy, not banking it, you know, kind of weird, or I don't know, taking too much time with everything. So the good thing I memorized a little bit. D is of course the lower skeleton. Lower skeleton is gray, so we're only looking for kind of like this one. So we start off with D13. I'm not gonna talk the whole time, but I'm also not gonna have any music on because, you know, copyrights. But for the start, if you're new here and you're seeing this Gundam EVA-00, it's not Gunpla, it's EVA-00, even though it's Bandai and real great. It's super easy, amazing. It's just snap-on kits. So you really cut off the pieces that you need from the sprues, like this one, D13, which is here, and you start the right leg unit, and you just push them together on pegs. It's super fun. It's absolutely amazing. Like, it's, I kind of got down to calling something this and this vacation. Like, the synthwave music to me is acoustic vacation, and this is some sort of, yeah, some sort of haptic vacation. You know, you just sit in front of here and you just cut them down from the sprues, and you just relax. You just relax and you build something nice. And my buddy then told it best also. You get just a full different appreciation for your figure if you actually build it yourself, you know? Also, a little something while I'm starting here, I'm not using the grinding paper anymore, because this just really cuts away from the fun. You need to really see which edge to use as to actually hit the sprue mark here and actually cut it down. And so I'm just doing this with the scalpel and cutting down what I don't need, and go over this last little bit of the sprue mark with my finger and just rubbing over it. And essentially, I believe this could sound actually weird, but I'm using the body fat and the body temperature to heat this guy up again, and then it's turning a little bit back to the original color it had. So that's working quite nice. That's working quite nice. Sometimes it works better, sometimes it works less, but if you look here, like in here on the shoulder, below here, there's not much visible. So these kits are extremely clean. Anyway, D13 was the first, D21 is the second. This is the leg shell. So, or not the, kind of a skeleton shell. It sounds weird, but for lack of a better term, you know. So, I'm gonna cut this down, and we do it the exact same way. And like I said, super fun, really simple. I would even go so far and call it idiot proof. I would really even go so far. Like, also, if you think I'm doing it a little bit, you know, rough-handed, ham-fisted, call it whatever you want it. The good thing is, if you cut away a little bit too much, this is no problem. So, little point here, which is very important, is the direction. shows you here that you need to hold this guy like this, and then you take this part and you rotate it 180 degrees than what I had held it in my hand, and you need this little bit to go in here. You get so many remarks for explaining. There's essentially nothing you can do wrong. Align the shapes and fit them into each other. Tightly fit the parts as far as they can go. So even this, if you think you're completely in, just push ahead a little bit. Just push ahead a little bit. And then they show you how to rotate it. And then you rotate it how it is, 180 degrees. It's also good you can't rotate it the other way around. There's no way. You have to do it like this. And then you have this guy 90 degrees if you look from this guy here. So that's pretty easy. Then there's a part I always thought was weird. We got the D15 into D19. Like I said, it was weird to me at first, but it makes a lot of sense as you go along. So we cut this down. Because also, this is super easy. You don't need super fancy nibbers to do that. You can just go into any, I don't know, electrical store, you know, with soldering equipment or anything, and you just buy yourself a pair of nibbers from, like I said, electrical utilities or whatever you got in your vicinity. But if your guys are located in Germany, you will find this easy at Bauhaus, at Obi, at Hornbach. If you guys located in America, I believe Home Depot or something will sort you out. There's no problem. Also, a lot of friends of mine are doing this. Rob Milton being one. Shout out, dude. How you doing? If you watch this, and he's got a local Gundam store near him. So there's all this stuff like what we got over here with World of Warcraft with Games Workshop. You know. We got all the colors with the Citadel, the little Citadel brand of colors, and in America there's seemingly Gundam stores with nibbers and all these little grinding tools and whatnot around the corner. I will get fucking broke. Really, that's highly addictive, like I told you. Anyway, we take this part then here, on here, and we take this guy. And this is super easy. There's not only this little arrow the bit above my nail here, but there's also an arrow on the inside of the part. And just want to see something real quick. Is there a possibility? Ah, there we go. It was down to 480p. I just put this up to 720, so I think, yeah, I believe it looks a little clearer now. So we got the little arrow in here. You see that here, and also on the inside there of the part. So you just push that in here. Sometimes it makes a sound, sometimes it doesn't. Not horrible. And then you plug that into the little armature that I just created. So it looks like this. And then you rotate this guy down 180 degrees until it lies like this in here, because this will actually gonna be the outer leg rotation with this one covering down like this. You know? So it's amazing how you build the actual articulation. D17 is the next, so as you might see, we are really much cutting down only from that sprue. For now, we're also adding some color. Maybe we're doing one leg. Maybe we are doing both, but I just wanted to build. It's been a while with having this guy laying around. So yesterday my buddy Jason Lowry had a hangout again, but I had a vacation. I had a visit. Yesterday I had a visitor, old friend of mine, and we just had a good day. And I was just really tired in the end. So I missed him hitting me up actually. So continue with D17. Like I said, this will be put on this pack here. Just lie it in there to the most upper position. And then D23 will cover that bit down. And then the thigh will pretty much be closed and already be functional. The good thing is these guys are so modular, you could actually test fit it and see if the connection and articulation is there. But trust me, you don't need that. I never did it. I trusted it. I finished it up as it went along. It was amazing. It's just really, really beautiful. So then we got this, and you got all the packs in here, and there's pretty much nothing you can do wrong. 2 ports, 2 packs. And you just put it in there, and you clamp this piece in between. And there's another bit of articulation done. And just so you know what I meant, this is the leg articulation I was talking about. When you move the thigh outward, this thing covers down. And it's already working. You know, it's not the farthest stance, but the further you move something out there, the more is possible. Let me show you real quick on an example of this guy here. Like, to the outside, there's not overly much possible. But if you want to have him running like in the show, you know, where he's really jumping ahead and the one leg is bent and he's jumping over it and he's really wide-legged, you can then, look at this. This is amazing. Really far spread. A lot of give in there. So, yeah, man, these guys are amazing. I think I'm all in on that line. Can't wait for EVA-00, who's not in there, who's not fluent in Japanese. I'm not saying I'm fluent in Japanese, but I just know the term of her in the series, EVA-02. And maybe some additional, you know, accessory packs, weapon packs, whatever. I'm all in on those. So we rotate this 180. You see this here with the weird hole. And then we're continuing with D1, because now we're moving on to the knee. I'm sorry the resolution was so bad at the start, and also the last time I did it, because apparently I need to check up on that. StreamYard always resets this to a standard 480p as soon as you leave this here, but it's not overly worse, you know. But I just want to make sure you know that I appreciate you. So you plug this one in here and this one in here, and this is the inner knee. It looks weird, but trust me, in the end it will work. So you put this to the side, D11. That's essentially the calf area. So that one right here. Happy Sunday also, people. Hope you guys have a great weekend. If you're still lying in the dark, hungover, I hope you had a great weekend. Mine's rather slow. Got a new package from my man Andy from Voice of Chaos. He brought with me some nice toys, or he sent me some nice toys, which you are going to see on my channel very soon. Also another comparison. 2 comparisons actually in the pipeline, just what I think about. I want to show you the differences in the endoskeleton from Genesis, and also Dark Fate. And I can present you with another comparison, but that review first is a surprise, and afterwards we're gonna do the comparison. Don't want to spoil any of the fun. Also, since I did the first comparison for it, I need to check up on how I actually did it when I have a timeline. So we cut the outside of the knee down. Were there 3 sprue marks? The last one was so small. There we go. So, and then we can close down the knee already, and then the leg essentially is already pretty much done. You know, we got the knee here. Zip. This one covers down. covers up, would be an armor part. So that's essentially it, you know. Great proportions, works just fine. We start with some color here now. B1, I gotta check which one that is. I got the B2 here. Of course, you always have the runner lying around. That's not the correct one. Excuse me real quick. That's N. I believe that is B1, right? No, that is A. Too much runners. Too much runners. G1. What was it? Was it gray? It was gray. So there we got something to locate. I'm happy I unpacked all those runners. Otherwise, the crackling of the backs and everything would be a drag. So this one now is the B110, meaning it is light gray. So we cut this down from the sprue, and on this you gotta be very careful because these have the little pegs, the little notches on there. So be very careful with what you actually cut, as to not cut too much, and then you miss the actual attachment point. You see what I mean? Like these little ones here where my finger now is. That's very important. Little bump, no one's here. But I mean, it's a Sunday. And it's noon. A lot of you guys have families, so I believe my change in time was actually a good idea. So this guy, like you see, is just gonna be laid down in here like this, and of course for now it's still falling down, but the good thing is we don't need to change the runner again. We just stay here. We then take B16. It's this one, the 1, the 2, or once, twice, thrice, how it's sometimes called. We got this one, and this is one where you can easily cut off more than you actually need to cut off. And this I like to do in layers, like really grind it down, have it nice and level. Once from the other side. There you go. See? It's almost absolutely clean on that edge. If you are good with a scalpel, I would recommend you do it with a scalpel, because otherwise with some grinding paper and something, this takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and sometimes you just don't really how should I say, hit the mark, hit the edge, because you want to grind something with it, and then you see, I've been grinding the wrong side because the little grinding block had the wrong edge, So I think that to me it works better with the scalpel. That's what I meant to say. To me it works better. I've been doing a lot with scalpels. Also truck models back in the day. I built so many semi-tractor trailers with actual trailers, old Kenworth, what is it? K900, I believe, road train from Revell, and an older machine, all black, with a huge decal on top there. That was crazy. That was really crazy. Anyway, which is now going to be hard, is connecting this guy with the armor. And this is actually a drag. This is one of the very few instances that's not fun. You need to peg this in here, and then you also need to hit this little armor bit. And did I just hit it? Wow, I hit it on the first try. That's crazy. Okay, never mind. That was actually fun. Funny sometimes how this goes. And then the second one just plugs in right here, and that's part of the armor. You see how easy this goes, and it just looks so good. You know, it's closed off. Just some tiny gaps in there, so you really see, or which make up for the panel lining. You know, which is amazing. So that works. That works nice. That worked actually very good. I'm happy. So on the front, B18. That's one of the bigger chunks here. That one right here. It's also fun how this fits into place, and I think this will look very cool with the white armor piece going in place of here. On this guy, this is going to be white. I think Hideaki Anno said, okay, on the original series I made this guy yellow and then blue. Let's try and keep the color a little bit more consistent. It's yellow the first time they build him, and then they refurbish him, but they don't fully repaint him. It's not the worst logic, I gotta say. It's not the worst logic. So that's also good. With a scalpel or with a knife, you feel a lot of the I don't know how to say, resistance. You feel the resistance of the piece when you cut the little sprue. There we go. And once you cut too much, little deburring also on the side, that works too. That's good that I just learned the word deburring. Came in handy right now. So we got this, and this goes onto the front, and it just going to peg in. Did I do something wrong? No, right? Nah, there it is. Like this. Pegs it here securely. Looks good. And for the usual, we take the N1, and for the original, for the refurbished one, that's what the apostrophe is for. It's hard to see for you. We would take the gray one, but now we take the white one, which is where? Oh, there it is, I believe. This is the N1. Yeah, here it is. Take the white one here. Like so. White ones are actually a little bit more tricky to do because you need to make sure you just cut away enough to not mess with the upper, let's call it surface quality, which is rough, which is actually pretty rough, but it's still fun. You just take so much more pride in the build in the end when you actually cut it down good. So we get this one needs a little bit more love. Talking of love, I've been just watching The Gentleman. I picked that up yesterday. Guy Ritchie's newest gangster comedy slash thriller, and it's really fun. That's this guy's genre. He really knows what to do. So where is it? There it is. So there we go. We got the white one in, and I think this looks cool. It's a cool contrast with the white. So then there comes the butt cheek. That's a B1. Back to that. B14 to be exact. And it's an undergate. I'm going to show you what undergate is in a moment. But those undergate pieces are what actually help making the sky that clean. Undergate is when there's overly much material on there, and when you cut it down, they are able to keep the surface quality. Like this, you see? There's essentially nothing left, and I just cut it with a scalpel. It's absolutely intense how they did it. This is perfection. actually. This is just, you build something and it works so good. Like this is my third kit now. It's the same, of course, with the original 00, but of course they are divided kits. You cannot build both with one kit. You need to buy it 2 times. But it works so damn well. Where am I now? There is that. There goes that. Like this. There we are. Sometimes you need to locate a little bit of something. So that's the full upper leg done with the inner workings and everything. But like I said, this is the third kit I'm doing, and I have no mistakes in there. That's where I'm meant to go. I have no mistakes with them. Everything works the way it's supposed to work. Like you see here, you know, this is where you got a little bit of sprue marks left, and there's not much you can do about those. But the good part is, as you see, we got a peg hole in here, and the only thing problematic is this. But I never tried that actually. Let's try real quick to mark off some of this sprue here, and then just pat it down with a finger. Even more invisible now. I think I like that. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So yeah, we're here. We're almost done with the first leg, which is cool. So we continue with the lower one, A5, A1, and those are going to be all white, and that was there. I knew I've seen it before. So A5 is the front. No, it's the side. The outer side to be exact. A5 is this one. And A4 is the inside. That's also good. They really pair it. Not like other companies that don't pair the parts actually. And you need to jump back and forth to different runners, and then you have to see how you actually align them on the kit, you know. So this is also a part that is pretty important. We got this little notch here. There, I think that's better. You see that here. And there's a little sprue on top here. And they show you specifically not to cut that one, but you need to cut the sprue off. So you really need to see how to handle that guy, and to really just hit the sprue, and you cut that down and not more. Pretty intricate. So we got that, we got that. There's something missing still. There we go. It's looking good. Second one, essentially the same procedure. There it is. And also the same as on the other one, we got this little notch here, but the sprue mark needs to go. I like this concoction here. You see everything, and I don't have a camera in my face, and I actually have sufficient space for my head to move in near on the part. There it is. And then the last one is just here. Oh hey, one person watching, at least that. What's going on, man? Or woman? Sound off in the comments. If you like, that is. So yeah, that one's going on in here, and it's just clipping on the inside of the frame. and the second one does on the exact opposite side. Just packs them together. No rocket science there. There we go. Looking good. I like that with the extra white. That looks really cool. And you see, that's what I meant with the armor. Like, you move the leg, this is how it's all closed off, and you move the leg. This is better with the contrast. You move it and this moves out. And then you have all of this articulation, and this guy even moves a little bit to the inside. I believe a millimeter, maybe 2, and then you have just a little bit more movement and get this super cool articulation on the knee. This is amazing. This is really amazing. But hey, this is also me speaking. If you're here, you're watching this the first time, and you enjoy this little build, thank you very much. Maybe like and comment, also leave a sub. I would appreciate it. Currently over 700 subs, so I'm kind of hunting for 1,000, which would be cool if I would actually get this year. Anyway, we continue. Runner A, and we're down here for A2. So it's these weird little bucket pieces in here. Also, if you're new here, you can find more videos of me building and tinkering. Got a custom Devastator on my channel I built for a year. Did a little bit of a photo documentary with some voiceover over it. Model combat diorama I did for Storm Collectibles, and now this. And I will continue to do these also with the EVA-02 and also with the 08 that's coming. And you will also find in the end reviews of these guys. So we got this. A little notch has to go forward like this one, and then you just push that in there and it will go seemingly with the rest looking good. And the front piece A3 is going to cover that right down. There we go. Close the marker really quick. Why did I leave this open? Sometimes I'm all over the place. Sorry. So we cut this down here like this. And if you're new here and you think this guy is only doing it with the scalpel, this guy is crazy. Yeah, I've heard that numerous times, but that's how I roll. That's how it's actually working for me. And these guys come out super clean. So I'm happy with how they turn out. And the last one like this, there. And then it just goes in. It's also super fun, you know, it's just in there on a skeleton with these little notches below here. It's hard to see for you. A little bit on the lower side, sidewise for you, but it should work. And then you clip this in here, and it just closes down, goes into this little gap, and then you have this almost seamless leg. It's amazing. I love those guys so much. Knee pad, foot, and then we're almost out of here with a left leg unit. C41, which means black. So we have D, and here we got C. That was the first one I actually grabbed. Also, what I tried to do, and I think what was rather good. Hey, someone's writing. Yeah, man. Scalpel and cutter is all you need, you know. If you got a steady hand, man, that's all you do. It doesn't even need to be overly sharp. It works well. So yeah, that's what I also did. I painted up the prog knives on these guys. Little hair in there on the color. I hate that. Sometimes I really curse my cat. But yeah, little silver on the edge here instead of these stickers. You know, I'm not gonna put stickers on there. Some white covering down on here and some red marker over it. Same on the other side. And it just looks way better also on these straight knives. So I think that looks really cool. I think that came out pretty well. I'm happy with that. But yeah, C41, like I said, it's the ones up here. It's going to be the knee pads. Number 1. And now I'm going to actually have to go a little bit all over the place with runners. I'm going to have to go to C, I3, and G1 to assemble it. I think that's a little weird, but that's how they went ahead. It's just also really beautiful that you have all these color breakups on these guys, and all the breakups are all single parts. Almost. The EVA-01 had the color breakup in the little shoulder piece that's going in this area here. Actually, you know what? It was this part here where the sticker is on the white stripe, and that actually had 3 colors, and they did a 3-color sprue. That was very interesting, and that way you don't have to build it, but you still have the color breakup. And you know, essentially it was still a 3-part piece, because they were 3 colors of sprue going into one, and then you had that extra piece with the color breakup. So that was cool. I3, now to find that runner. I believe that's one of the orange ones. There we go. That is G. We also need G. G10. That's that one here. There we go. That's one. And the I, just check out real quick. I also needs to be orange. I also needs to be orange. That is fucking funny. There we go. You know, that's what I don't get. You have this yellow runner, you know? It's only for the knuckle pieces. And then you have this small runner only for these 2. Why not put it on there? That's a little weird sometimes. But maybe it was their way of pairing the parts. I don't know. I don't know if I'm happy that it isn't my business or sad that it isn't my business. If it would be my business, I think I wouldn't be doing this here. So, cutting this down. And then also these little sprue guys on there. There we go. That's one. And it also says as position number 1. This goes in here. And then we clean that up real quick. Like I said, building this stuff is so therapeutic. Like I said, little haptic vacation. You just concentrate. If you're alone and not streaming like me, you listen to music and you just go about your business, you know. And this one we plug in right here. 2 little pack holes in there. And this covers down on here. And we have the closed off knee in here, which is nice. And this is gonna go in to the knee on the front here. And there's that. Done. That's the leg. Only what's missing, not swallowing any words here, is the foot. We're returning to runner B2 for the foot pieces. B2, 23 and 21, with the 21 being the big one here. This is one of the pieces we will actually have a hard time cleaning it up really good, because of the sprue mark really on the side, but it's still working rather fine. like I said, when I think about truck models where the parts are really bad on the sprues and everything, it actually works rather well. Then we got the H220, which is weird. This is a dark gray. Good thing that I knew that it was. Dark green? I believe that's even a green. Oh, hey, Chris. Thanks, man. That's cool. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be here, but that's always good to see. Some people appreciate me building this stuff. How you doing, man? Cool to see you're here. So this is gonna be the actual sole of the foot, or shoe, or whatever. I mean, it looks like a shoe, but it is the foot. The footsies. This is actually a little bit rougher to clean up. So we're here. There's that, and that's going in the I110, and I believe I110 is right. That's also weird, like kind of maroon. Funny. There we go. That's the inner working of the foot, which feels weirdly soft. Like to the touch, you know? Almost like Magic Square material, Magic Square toys, if you guys are fluid in third-party Transformers. But it's as rigid as the usual on the rest of the Evangelion, you know? So I don't know if that's only me. So that one's going in here. There we go. You see, that's where, I mean, it's a little bit harder to clean up, but a little bit of love on the fingernail. Oh, really? You're too impatient for these, or what's the problem on this? Like, these are, dude, let me tell you little stuff about my private life. I don't know if you've seen the video I did a while back. Like, my mom had a hard life, you know, like 20 years of brain tumor / brain cancer, whatever you want to call it. And she, after the second one, she became really, she was really, ouch, that went in the finger. Maybe shouldn't have talked. She forgot things very quick, like in the matter of seconds, you know. And so I had to say a lot of things 4 or 5 times after each other, which was rough. That was really rough. And I'm sad that happens, you know, but that's where my nerves also went haywire. That's right, Hank. Like, pick up a cheap one, like a KO on Wish or Home, and just train. You know, that way you just spend 10 or 20 bucks, but you can train and check if you like Gundams and if it's for you. And if not, you didn't just kill 80 to 90 bucks or something, you know. That would be my advice too. Good call, Hank. But yeah, my mom was highly forgetful, and I had to say a lot of stuff double and stuff. So that was a hard time, and that's also where I burned off a lot of nerves, you know. But this stuff right here actually helps with that, big time. Like, this is soothing, good therapy. So yeah, we got the foot almost done. Jesus, all these little rests of the spruce. So rest of the foot, still with the eye, which is the red one, which is the tip of the toe tip. So I-18, that's that one here, and we cut off here and here and on the front. There we go. And this is cool. This is super easy. It just comes down in the tip of the actual toe, like the toe tilt also. This is super funny, you know? I'm gonna talk about this in a second, but just so you know already what I want to talk about. That the toe tilt is really friggin' stable. Extremely stable. Even though it's just packed in so lightly. But you know, these kits are super light, and this is all it needs. Yeah, it's all good, man. Thanks. She went over the Rainbow Bridge a few weeks back, almost 2 months now. So no more suffering. That's the upside, you know. That's what I'm keeping myself occupied with in the mind. And I'm not religious or anything, but I'm talking to her daily, and I have the theory that if we die, we don't stop just right off the bat to exist, you know. We don't cease to exist. I don't know how. In a few years, we'll all be smarter. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna going down the religious stuff or anything. But let's continue on this here. What's now coming in is the tip, and this is again this interesting green, which is the number 21, which is this one here. Like this. Oh man, you got the flu, man. Shit. Hope you're feeling better soon, dude. Thanks for checking out that stream. I think I cut off a little bit too much, but that's the first time that happened to me, and maybe because I'm a little distracted. Happy you guys are here, so I'm not doing that for nothing. Been here over half an hour all by myself, and I've been talking and talking and talking because otherwise, offline guys are going to check this stuff out. But sometimes I just want to go live, you know, just taking my stuff. Checked another microphone I had. Oh, just a small piece. It's better not going down to the floor. So, yeah, that's that. Died as a kid, man. May I ask how old you were? Sorry, I've seen this so late. And also how, if that's not too hard to talk to you about. But yeah, not spiritual, religious. Like I only had like religious tutoring when I was younger or anything, you know. But that's a little bit loose in here. That's a little bit loose in here now, probably because I cut away just a slight bit too much. Maybe I'm gonna glue this in. Maybe. But don't know just yet. Let me push this a little bit harder. Maybe it stays in there, but not overly well. That's bad. I think this is one for super glue. We will keep it in there. Sometimes it happens. Also, what happens to me on this portion on the EVA-01. This actually had a portion where this moved in conjunction with the shoulder. And this little piece was just, let's see a little bit of rest of sprue on this guy here. I can get this out and then put back in. I had to glue one piece on top of the other, which was actually also gonna, or which was supposed to just hold each other on there. And yeah, man, that helped. Like usually there are snap-on kits, but that worked a charm actually. So this is now rough to getting back in there, I just feel. But there we go. I knew my smaller fingers are good for something. There we go. Oh, 13. Okay. Oh man, it's the cancer started in the neck. Like, was it kind of, I don't know, spinal or bone cancer or something like that, and then it just spread? That's fucked up, dude. Like, with all that corona and everything, pandemic, it's all good. It's a pandemic. But to me, like the real pandemic is cancer. Like, you hear this everywhere. Chadwick Boseman and stuff, it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, dude, if you didn't have it, I highly recommend it. Like, you weren't here in the start. I bought this 2 times already. I'm currently building. I'm currently building the original one, the non-refurbished, with a different chest piece. You see this here, and also with a different leg, which you see here. It's got gray here and it's got white there. And I bought the positron cannon set. This one around is better. And you can build both. You see, here we got this one, and the other box actually has the one with the pylons on it. And I built this, and I built this, and I have the positron cannon also down already. So I'm all in on this. Like, if you want to try that, man, it's amazing. It sure is. It sure is. Like, I believe that's also coming down to all the food, with the processed food, with the processed meats and everything. I'm not saying that extreme veganism a lot of people do is the way. Everybody should do as they say. If we're, pulling a little bit more on one string, I believe we could change a lot. We could eat more soy and everything. A lot of the greenhouse gases and stuff is due to the soy and everything. Guys, coffee, cheers. I think this could really solve a lot, but I don't think it's our time. I don't think it's our time to do this. So we can only enjoy our life so much. And my mother did the best way she could, and I believe your mom did too. But that stuff just cuts away from your life quality, And I said to myself, if I would have it, I would go out another way. I would not do surgeries and see my my capabilities, attributes, and what else being cut down from my brain, from my head, from anything, So not doing that. But we are here to build fucking mechs, and we're gonna do that. So we're going back to runner D, and we're building the foot joint now with D3. But I'm not trying to cut anyone off. If you still want to talk about it, we can talk about that. I have no gripes with that. I just want to have a little bit of a good time. It's sunny out here. I'm sitting on my desk here with my YouTube. I appreciate you guys. And I'm looking out the window, and it's so sunny out there that one half of me is thinking, what the fuck am I doing here? This is super blue sky. You got your mountain bike out there. You got a no holder for your phone. You could just go out there and ride your bike and listen to music. But on the other side, I love Evangelions. So this is ridiculous, but this is me. And D3 is going into D8, which is this one right here. Which is just a peck. I'm living in Germany, dude. Like, that's also what my new channel intro is telling you. I'm always saying in my videos now, Moin, people. Moin is Northern German for hello. It already stems from good morning, and but we essentially we call it every time of the day except for good night. That's just the way it is. And yeah, I just decided to do it all in English because you just got way more people tuning in. Also got way more guys to gain to, and I don't know, kind of show people what I'm doing and that they find a little bit of other stuff in here. But yeah. Your dad got you a bottle of vodka for your flu, or against your flu. Is it good for your flu, or the other good for your flu? Oh, you're from the Netherlands. Hey, what's going on, neighbor? I'm just reading that. That's cool. You say moin in dialect. It's for us. It's actually M-O-I-N. You know, so moin. I'm near Bremen. Actually, Bremerhaven. This is a small town that actually was built as the actual harbor for the town Bremen. This is what Bremerhaven means. But we got our own standing, although currently that's not quite true. We got a weird standing, that is. But I believe this town's gonna make it work somehow. But I don't know if I'm gonna be here in the end to check it out. But back of the foot. Back of the foot is a 1. But it's funny, you say moi? Like also as a greeting? Like to get back to that. I never heard that. That's funny. Ascendrente. Okay. Well, my town is not too far off from the Netherlands. I believe when I drive around 2 hours, then I could be in the Netherlands already. The northern part of it, I believe even nearer to Amsterdam than if I would drive into the Netherlands from the middle parts of Germany. But I think that's about right. 2 hours and more like 3, but it's not too far off. Oh, bike. Oh. 3 hours with a bike, that would be rough. That would be rough. Like 3 hours with a car, and that doing with a bike. That would be, I don't know, kind of 6 or 7 hours, something like that. Yeah, man. Like I got my EVA-01 back in my D-top, so I'm not getting that out there. But it's beautiful figures, just beautiful figures. And I originally had the Soul of Shogoken Evangelions, and I love that due to the fact that you got the inner skeleton kind of stuff too. But it looked a little bit more as the real inner body, you know, with a core and everything. You got a core in these ones too, but just it's hard to actually show them. I never actually tried to show them or see if I can reach them once those guys are assembled. Yeah, no. I mean, you can get a lot of articulation out of these guys, you know. That spinal column's crazy. But I didn't buy them for the inner core. If I would buy one for the inner core, it would be special version of the 01 of the Shogoki, where the core lies open after 0 pretty much ripped them apart. But these I bought because I can finally build something. I wanted to get into Gunpla and EVA Plus so often and so long, and these you can just do so much with it, and the articulation is just crazy. This opens up, this opens up. You can open the entry plug section as in the show, you know. Also closing down this one, down and then up, closing it back. Beautiful, just so much fun. You ride to Sweden on a bike. Wow. Red. Yeah, I believe that, dude. Like the Gundams are beautiful. I want to have the unicorn, like really bad. but I currently don't know which unicorn to get, because there are so many out there now. This Master Grade Extreme has been shown with the light up feature and everything, and also I believe the base, and with the little railing and where the pilot is going in and everything that Banaja links, and it's beautiful, but it's the only. Oh, also we're assembling the foot right now. We got this one down here, so this one goes in here, and this one goes to the back. That's real quick. There it is, and there we got the foot. Super easy. And that one's going in here, and then there's only this little cover down. The unicorn show was the first I ever watched. People were saying to me, yeah, you should check that out, and I just hit Netflix, Gundam, and they had unicorn, and the soundtrack was great, the story was great, you had a little bit of callbacks to other Gundam shows, you were able to get a little bit of story bits out there, but you could also backpedal. So I need to check this out. I believe I really need to, but I'm happy that I can now build Evangelions, and I hope next year the last one is coming soon. You know, I love this series. Yeah, thanks, man. I get that a lot. I get that a lot, actually. I love the English language. I would, you know, the only way I would speak better English and like my English more would be if I would actually be able to copy your accent. I love your guys' accents. This is, you just make it sound way more classy. It's beautiful, and I would love to be able to. Sometimes some chunks come out, but I can't quite copy it, you know. Dude, you didn't put it down on me. It's all good. Like, not at all. You're learning loads of me due to this stream here, or just like what I'm doing overall. Well, first off, thank you. Then second, I'm just gonna show how easy it is, you know, because that's also what my channel is for. I want to show how easy this is, and also how good third-party transformers is, because third-party transformers still have a weird standing in the overall eye. They think it's cheap stuff. Like on the Zeta Superitron, I can understand it. I don't know how people say it's super stable. I believe that people have a very stable one, but on the other side, maybe it's a different kind of standard. I don't know. Yeah, dude, lie down. Exactly like Hank said. But the unicorn, man, I would love that with the lights, but you know, for that bit, you turn the lights on for. It's just, I don't know if it's quite worth it. You know, I don't know if it's quite worth it. Also, you can get the master grade, and then you have to buy the LED kit extra, and now you get the extreme. I don't even know if on the extreme even there is the light up kit in there. You know. I just read that. Yeah, we Germans got a hard time hiding that accent. That's true. But my friends from America even tell me that it's not that bad. But sometimes people think it's otherwise. It's always how you put it, you know, and also how you take it. What's your opinion and stuff. So I think that's funny. Chris loves the accent. Okay. I don't know. Like, some people tell me I have a super northern Germany accent when I'm talking German, actually, you know, like from a vicinity of Hamburg or stuff like that. But other people say no, it's not too hard. We're also told that we are the, I don't know, like the highest German talkers, you know, like really, like we speak the clearest German, but people from the state of Hesse are, I believe, even a little bit clearer. We got a little bit of a, because I believe, because we got all that fish going around with the sea, and the northern sea, and the southern sea, the eastern sea, and everything. I think this is also where our accent is maybe a little bit fishy, but maybe. You talk dialect the rest of the Netherlands can understand. How's that? How's that working out? Like what way? Can you try to describe it or anything? The Lightsmen are crazy on that Gundam. Like the master grade, you build the inner skeleton. You know, let's say what I show you here. The measurements is now the upper thigh. You know, and you got in the upper thigh, you got these canals in there, and then little cavities like in here, and then the light up feature actually, like say this is the upper part of the thigh where the hip is actually gonna connect. You know, there's this little plug that's starting here, and you lie in the cable inside the cavity of the leg, like this little canal, and it's taking a corner, and you are actually able and also even supposed to bend the cable going in this canal, and there's this little light. Well, it's supposed to be a bulb, but it's kind of rectangular, you know, and you lie this in here, in this little cavity in here, and you have the cable in here in this canal and the bulb in this cavity, and then you build the armor around it and the knee in here, and then in the lower part from the knee downwards, meaning here, comes another one, and then you essentially you don't see it. You have this thigh all built with the cable, like I said, in here in that cavity, with the armor on top, and only this little plug up here is poking out, and this is going in the next bit in the hip, and the same on the other side, and in the end you don't see any cables. It's crazy how they did it. It's really crazy. Frisian, okay, interesting. I need to look that up. You know what? I think I'm gonna be offline soon because I just picked up Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 for the PS4 yesterday. I really want to play that, but I wanted to get some progress done on this. But I just hit up Google and typed in Frisian. Oh, okay, I see a YouTube video called Frisian, Sister Language of English. Is that true? That's something I just read, you know? That's interesting. Yorkshire is not classy. My buddy Dan, he's coming from Southampton. He says that the farther south in England you get, the cleaner the English gets. Is that correct? And also Yorkshire, where's Yorkshire actually located? Is that like when you say it's not classy? I would think it's more on the northern side. Sorry. But yeah, let's finish up that leg real quick, and then you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna then build, as a last thing, the little gun that's coming in there, and attach a few stickers to mix it up. Then you saw a leg. We had a good chat. I can attach the leg, and I think that's a good way to, I don't know, kind of leave it at that for today. So for the cover, we need two runners, and I got them here. We got the G and we got the D. G118 to be exact for the cover for the foot, and these are the exact same ones. And I'm going to check out the chat real quick, so don't think that I forgot you, but I just want to finish this guy up, especially since we got the news that the EVA-02 is well, coming soon-ish, which I love. I hope also that Bandai is doing more Evangelions. Like, the overall shape of the Evangelions and everything is the same, you know? So one should think that they will also do the original designs from these guys here. I would to take a German saying and convert it into English, I would party that very, very hard. No, I would really celebrate that. I would really celebrate if they would do that. Like, I never had the blue one. I actually looked that up. You can get the Soul of Shogoken blue EVA-00 for not that bad of a price. But then I don't have the scale anymore. And I love that I can build these guys and they will actually have the scale to be fitting together. And I just want to keep that scale now, you know? I mean, for Transformers fans, scale is all over the place, usual, but This is a weird part, you know? You have this black part, and this is supposed to slide in on this peg on the inside. But that's where I have a hard time every time I have to assemble this. There it is. That's all the time. It's almost like a USB port. Doesn't fit. Doesn't fit. Oh, now it fits. Same direction. It's weird. But yeah, that's easy. And that's a leg. We just built a leg with pretty crazy articulation. Some transformers can do that. You get down all the way. You get up all the way. You can cover that down with this. Not looking too shabby. We got a extremely substantial rocker to the inside and also to the outside. So running posings are excellent. And we got a toe tilt. And I just want to try something. You know, since I got you guys here, let's just try real quick something. Just for shits and giggles. I have this standing on the toe tilt now. This is standing on the toe tilt. This is how light but still well balanced this thing is. You need to work the tolerances, but it works, and it's just crazy. So, the Battle of York. Never built any figures, so this may help me with my anxiety and depression. Dude, this is really soothing. This is really, really soothing stuff. I highly recommend it. Like I said, with my nerves and everything being burned from my mom and everything, and just trying to get a little bit of patience back, these guys are excellent for that. These, since you said 1/100, these are real grades. So essentially they're 1/100. Let me check real quick anything on the box here. 175 millimeters, real grade. Does the other side say anything? I believe they are running under 1/100. I believe that actually. But so they could scale with the 1/100 Gundams. I don't quite know. But hey GW, what's going on? Hey, dude, I love the Scottish accent. So cool that you guys are here, man. Welcome. Maybe I'll even stay now. After a few beers, believe me, every accent is hard to be understandable. So, not a problem. Dude, I would love to have a 1/60, or those are the. Which are those ones? Are those the perfect grade? I don't know. Buckfast? What's that? I do have Iln Brew and now the Buckfast. What's that? Is it a sort of beer because you're talking drunk and then not understanding your Scottish accent, or what's that? They call us DDoS. Okay, interesting. Guys, you're killing me here. I'm a German. You guys are talking about accents in Netherlands and England. That's fucking funny. But yeah, this one you just plug on there, and then you are almost, well, essentially, if you would love, you can also just build the second leg on there and then be done with it, because you know, with Zero, there wasn't much of legs going on there. Like, check that out, you know. This is a build figure. Check out that articulation. This is crazy. Like, I don't have my hands anymore, but my forehead is itching so hard. This is crazy. I think this is tremendous work. I'm in love with these things. Really, really, really hard. They are so good. And like I said, so soothing. So if you, I don't know, if you need to get your stuff in gear, you know, also, I don't know, some form of therapy or something like that, I can highly recommend that. Really do. Oh, perfect rates are so good. Okay, Buckfast is a very cheap but very alcoholic tonic wine. So you have to head off shortly. Looking forward to see it. No, I'm staying a little bit. I'm staying a little bit. It's just, you know, it's roughly 1:40 p.m. over here, so I'm staying, man. I'm happy you guys are here. Super cool. That's cool that you find that relaxing. That's, like I said, it's therapeutic to me too. It's just fun to build these guys. But you saw the first leg. Let's just try and do a gun. All right? We're just gonna try and do a gun. We have this. I just gotta leave this kind of here so you see it. Usually, of course, you attach those later. You attach those later, but I just want to do it in between. We could also do an arm. We could also do an arm. Shall we do an arm? Let's see. Which one is the one for the shoulder one? Okay. Because we got two different ones. The arms are the exact same, but the shoulders for this one are different. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna give you a little bit of something else to watch. We're just gonna do an arm. We're gonna try and do the right arm, which is starting with runner E. So we're gonna try and get that one real quick. And I believe E is one of the gray ones. I believe. Where is it? It is D. That's not it. Need to search real quick, guys. Sorry. C. What did I say? E? E, right? That is O. I don't think I'm missing something, but I got a hard time finding it right now. D. J. There it is. That's the only thing that's a little bit, you know, these clattering stuff from searching for the runners. Dude, try it. Try an EVA. Those are really good. Have you seen the show? Have you seen the show? But GW on the tonic, I love myself a tonic water. I'm a big gin and tonic guy. Tried numerous gins and tonics, combined them differently to get different tastes. You know, also different layers of either getting the lemon out of there with that combination, or getting a little more of the quinine with that combination. It's just, it's beautiful. Like also what Hank says with the music and beer, or with a gin tonic, you know, or like I'm doing here with a coffee, you know, just little ASMR. Yeah, just making it simple, making it fun, you know, just yeah, getting your feng shui on, so to speak. So enough of that. E13. We're gonna do the arm now. Fuck it. E13. So you see there was something else. We're gonna try with that part. This is gray, and this is the same as with the red plastic that I told you, that this kind of feels softer. It's as rigid as the rest, but it feels weirdly soft in some way. It's just really funny. I can't describe it in any better way, but yeah, that's that. I'm gonna put that down, and then E7. That's also interesting. The softer stuff, and then it's all used for the joints. Like I said, very, very interesting. And this is also a portion of the body, or of the whole EVA, so to speak, that where you need to check on the orientation of the parts, because otherwise you're gonna impair movement and or articulation. I mean, it's the same, but I would say movement is the general move and the articulation is the actual capability. I think that's about right. So this is gonna go in here, and then E8 is gonna be the lower one. Gonna check up the chat real soon, guys. Just Jimmy. Let me cut that off real quick. Really cool that you guys enjoy the stream. Like, only 2 people, but I appreciate you guys. Because, I mean, that's their Sunday, right? So, that's gonna go in there. And then E12, you see, and this is the thing that I said about the rotation. It says specifically here that this flat portion here, this is going here. So you can always kind of pre-assemble and have the overall orientation down. This always helps. This is also what I said, that this set is just fun and simple. And even if you think, oh, I don't know if I can do it, you know, this is just so intricate and it's all those small parts, and this is really almost idiot-proof. Not calling anyone idiots, but you know how to say, you know, we always say it like that, idiot-proof. And that's just it, man. It's just fun. It's very, very, very well explained. And if you do what that cat hair is fucking messing with me. If you do what's being said in the actual instructions, then it's no problem, actually. So, yeah, now you take this one. Did I just plug it in the wrong way? No. And you plug it in here with a flat part here. And then you take this guy and you plug it in here. And this portion already works for that. And then once it's plugged in, you take the rest and you just, he says, assemble the elbow. And that's already it. That's the elbow. Very, very tight movement, which is very cool. Oh geez, I have lost some. Oh, Gundam Seed. Okay, I never watched that. Like, I hear that that stuff is running everywhere, but I think Germany just doesn't have enough. Maybe Amazon Prime. Yeah, man, there's some good detail in there. I also got that out with a little bit of panel lining. Just usually those guys are a little bit more slim and simple, you know. But I wanted to get these vents out here and these lines here, and also these little parts here on the back of the head. And I think that turned out quite nice. And I think I'm going to also get these guys out here also a little bit. You know, where we're here, I'm just going to show you. If you want to get a little bit more of the detail out there, this is just super easy. You don't need the Gundam markers. I take these eddings, and for this little notch on the armor here, I douse it in a little bit of the paint, let it stick in there just for a second, and then I wipe off what I don't need with the finger. And that's how you do it. It's easy, and it's working very, very, very well. We got also this portion up here. Let's do that too. Color in there, douse it, wipe it off. And there you go. It's just a little bit of color, and it does so much, I think. It's really, really cool, and it works here too, and it works on the little notches on the head. And you can just wipe it off with your finger. You know, I actually tried two. I tried that one, and that's the one that's working wonders. And at first I tried this one. This one, I'm going to rotate it so you see it if you want to search for it. This one has the finer tip, but this one has a hard time sticking on plastic. So I do not recommend that. I recommend that because this, after 5 seconds, it's sticking on there good. So let it be on there 1 second, then wipe it off, and you're done with that. And the color is sticking on there, and you got these nice little details in there. Also this one here. This is also painted on by me. This works so well. Toolkit. Jesus. Dude, you know what? I don't have a toolkit. I don't have a toolkit. I got my scalpel. And I got this little nipper from, I don't know, electrical aisle in some Home Depot or hardware store, I don't know. And that's what I use. Like on the EVA-01, I went all out. I had little wooden pieces, you know, I cut that down to size, took some grinding paper, and I just wrapped it around with some super glue, and then I had some little grinding blocks, you know, and then I really shaved that off. But the thing is, with these parts, when you cut that down, and then you also want to have more of it down with the grinding paper, you can really miss the mark that you want to go. And with the scalpel, you just don't. With the scalpel, you just really can't target. So if you are okay with the scalpel and you know how to handle it, says the guy just cut himself. And you're just really, you know, you like finicky stuff, and you can, I don't know, you like small stuff. You can really fill with that, you know. Then scalpel, I would say, is for you. I would really say that's for you. Always use that crappy Gunpla marker. See the editing. Yeah, see, the Gunpla markers are cool. You have the lines and it's all bleeding in the lines. It's all good. But maybe they're overly expensive. I don't know. Hank says it, man. That's the only tip. You grab one and start building. Or, like I said before, get a KO. Get a KO of Home/Wish. It's a smartphone app. Where a lot of figures are on there, but it's a lot of KOs, also Gundam, and that's the best way to go about. If you're not sure, what to do, and if you don't want to mess up $80 to $90 on a real great kit, you know, get yourself a KO for 20, 30 bucks or something. What they're laying around, maybe 10 or 20 bucks. I don't know. That way you can train. You can get a feeling for these guys, and you will have a lot of fun. If you want to get into this, you're really aching to get in on this, but you're anxious to mess it up. Try a KO. That's really it. Yeah, that's what I just said, Hank. Exactly. KOs. That's the way to go. And small cutter and a scalpel. If you're not anxious to use a scalpel, you know, and just cut around it. Like, I don't know, man. Can we just check on here? Like, you see these lines here on the runner? Maybe a little bit. There's just, you can just really cut really small bits off, you know. See that? What I just did? Just a little noodle came off. You can really do really fine stuff, and really cut it down to size just the way you need it. It just works for me, you know. It just really works for me. You need to know, you need to find what works for you, and that's what I mean to buy a knockoff. That works. That works really well. But let's continue a little bit on the arm. E5. E5 is one of these guys here, where also the inner workings of the arm come into play. The inner workings of those arms are not too intricate, but if you move the hand at the end, the outer armor that you see here will move in the conjunction with the wrist. So this arm stays this direction, and if you move the hand, the outer armor that goes on here moves with the wrist. So you always have a closed arm. It's not 100% perfect. It's coming apart sometime, or even sometimes. But overall, it's a cool feature. The problem is, and that's where I think that the plastic is a little bit softer, is that the hands plug in on it in a certain way. And there's this little peg that keeps it in there, but the peg can actually get, I'm just calling it like it is, get fucked up. So it's gonna be flat, and the function is essentially impaired. So like I said, it's not perfect, but it's a fun idea, and if they get the hang of it, I think then that's actually gonna be okay. But it's a nice idea. Like, they really taking it to a, I don't know, man, all this caviar. And to be to be 100% clear, the cat is not getting into this room here. So it's all the cat hair that I'm taking with me when I'm entering this room. I don't know what to do about it. Anyway, the little part here, E1, has a ball peg on it, and it slides into this cavity here. And then you take the elbow joint with a little bore hole below here, and this slides in here and holds this in place. And this is actually the part that's going to make the armor move. So the armor is actually finished pretty fast. See here? That's already it then. So did I just do too much? Just need to, yeah, skip the page. Skipped a page. So lower arm is done. We got this cavity here, and 24 is going in there, which is a black part. And we got it here, and it's one of these plates. And 24 is one of these smaller plates up here, that one to be exact. And this is also where a sticker is gonna go in. So meaning smaller plate is always the inside of the arm. And this is also the portion where you don't need to be overly clean, because this will essentially vanish on the inside of the cavity. So this just goes. Nah. Get here. In here. See? No spruce visible, just vanished in there. Looking clean. Also nice little detail. I think that's really cool. Then we get to an outer armor piece, and we return to runner B2, which is here. And this is one of these guys. 32 is the lower one. And this is also a part. Yeah, see? You just wipe it off. Still wipeable, but there you got some detail on the inside. I did that on the runner still. So that's working quite nice. And for this important, you saw this part up here on the front needs to stay. Very, very important. Because this is where this white tip is going to go on. So we're just going to clean that off real quick. Zit. That's one. It's not 100% clean though. And the last one here. There we go. And then we got the paint on there. Still need to get some more color on there, but for now it's good. For now it's good. It's the first layer, so to speak. And then we're on N16, meaning that's the runner we just put away. And these are just these little caps here. You could twist them off, but I would not recommend it, because if you build something like this here, you want it as clean as possible, and twisting that off would actually twist the material on the part you want to have clean. That happened to me a lot when I built the truck models back in the day. I just thought, why cut? I can just always twist it off. And for something like that, it's a cheap model, you can do that. But for something like this here, where your heart is really attached to, you want to have it as clean as possible. Like I said, you can always do it. Also, you can also shape it down or whatever, or just take the scalpel. But it's just coming out clean, so I think that works. So you got that here, and this one goes in here, There's that. And then we build the little ball pack wrist articulation unit that's in the end gonna work for the articulation of the conjunction armor, what I said. No, I don't paint my figures. I painted one piece that was my combiner was Devastator. You can find that in my playlist for Tim Tinkers, you know. But panel lining, these are actually the first ones where I started trying to do panel lining, and I just really did a little bit on it. Otherwise, I just leave them plain. On Transformers, I don't use any paint at all. Like only on the Devastator. Like I said, it's a combiner was. That's the only figure where I ever did something like that. But where did I leave the runner now? Like the E1. But otherwise, I'm not. Although on the Unique Toys, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Unique Toys is a third-party Transformers company. I know how fluid you are in that. On the Unique Toys Combaticons, I painted the eyes, and I painted the back of the head as to kill the light piping. So because I hate light piping, it's cheap. No one has a light behind their figures, and it's always looking dead. So I took some acrylic colors, I mixed and matched till I got the colors of the head right, and then I painted the back of the head over. I would love to show you, but I can't because I got them in Bruticus mode. So and then in the end I also painted the eyes with a metallic color mix, and that's just way better. That's also what I think third-party companies should do, like paint the eyes. Actual light in there pushes the price, and light piping is just cheap and doesn't work. It's my opinion. If you enjoy it, you like it, you win. That's always what I say, and I stand by that. But I don't like it, and I think it's stupid. But that's me. That's really just me. So then we're going to close off the arm with part number E10. And then this is the lower portion of the arm. Yeah, some silver and gold also, or like I said, I use silver for a basis for some metallic eyes. Like I always like to prime when I do that, like on the Unique Toys Combaticons. I primed the eye actually gray, and then I did a metallic mix on there, like metallic red or orange or something like that, and that just comes down a long way, you know. So then we're going to close this off, and that's the lower portion of the arm without the armor that's coming in now, and that's going to be E2 in conjunction with, what's that here, rest of this runner here, with N29. So that's going to be the actual armor now. So we'll cut this down, and we'll cut this down. You see, I'm even humming. Like, this is so therapeutic and so soothing. So, Chris, man, I can only recommend these things. You know, you really get eased off by these guys. It's just chilling, man. You know, you're just tinkering, you're creating something for yourself, but it's not too complicated. You know, it's just fun. Just really is fun. And N29 is then going in on the outside, and that's going to be a part for the where one of the stickers is going on. That's what I meant to say. So we cut this down. Cut this down. And you cut this down. And it just looks really good in the end. This is one of the parts that's not fitting that overly well. That's where I have to be frank with you guys. I believe when I'm done with these guys, I will take these down and glue them in here. And then I'm going to attach them back to the arm. It's working overall, but those are the parts that probably fit the least. But this is how the armor then looks. And I'm going to show you the function with the hand once we're on this one. I'm only going to do the one relaxed hand here so you can see it. But to do the upper arm really quick, we have to change back to runner C, because this is now going to be the upper arm. And we're going to then also do the shoulder portion here, and then we're going to call it a day. Then I was on here over 2 hours, way longer than I anticipated. But you saw some nice change ups and also how to do stuff differently. And you know, Hank, maybe we even convince Chris to start a Gundam. And even if it's only a KO at first. Like I said, that's always the best to try it. C23, where's that one? There's this. 1, 2. And that's going inside of this guy. And C15 is then going to cover down, and that's going to be the inside piston, so to speak, for the inside of the arm. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, most of the time guys start with Gundams, and that's a good way. That's a good way. I mean Gundams even get confused with Transformers sometimes, but I mean, there are really beautiful designs out there, but sometimes they just go over the top, like pirate Gundams and with overly big wings. And I mean, no hate, only love. You know, it's always plastic crack. Whatever floats your boat, tickles your fancy, checks off your box, whatever. But yeah, that's also where you cross borders, you know, with Gundam and Transformer, like I said. Yeah, I believe even on YouTube some Gundam is on there. But on Netflix there's the unicorn, so that's working. So another portion of this that's important right now is this little pack guy here, and it shows you specifically again the flat side. It has to be this one right here, and you only lay it on the side, and then you take the C14 and you plug it in here. Doesn't quite want to snap in place. Sometimes you have to twist it. I thought I hold it in front of the microphone and then you hear it, but I thought you even heard it like that now. And that's it, how it's supposed to look, because this is then also flat on this side. You see, this is important. This is where it goes on here then. So we got this, and then we return to the B2 runner again, and we're going to assemble part of the upper arm. B217 is that one here, and that's going to be combined with a white part very soon, and that's going to do a little bit of a color breakup. So there we got that and that and that, and we're money again. So there we got that. And B218 is going to complete that little shell. Down the rabbit hole with Transformer started my, yeah, shout out to that group, man. Chris is a great dude. He's always posting all the news. He's actually going pretty ballistic with this. But it's not that much of I don't know, kind of member participation. Yeah, let's call it like that. But you will get a lot of news out of that group, so that's always good. So this is going in here, and this is one part of the shell going in there. There we go. And B214 is then going to plug in here and finishing off that part. And B214 is that little shell piece here. You can always also cut near the actual sprue. This way you're gonna also clean it up in the way, in the end, a little better. That's what I meant to say. There is it. Yeah, they come with sticker sheets. And let me get you a little heads up real quick. They are one-off stickers, Chris. So if you are not hitting them the first time correctly, you will have a very, very, very times 13 hard time to actually get it on there. These are the sticker sheets, and there are even chrome ones. All these below here, you see that. I cannot recommend these. The chromes ones are actually pretty touchy-feely. Like, these have to go in on the inside here before you attach the armor. And if you don't hit it on the first try and you use a pair of pliers, sometimes I use these pair of also electrical pliers for the stickers, you will touch down on the chrome very, very quick. So I do not recommend these. You also get a sticker for the entry plug. I also do not recommend that. I paint my entry plugs. They are only 2 centimeters long. So this is finicky stuff, but it works. The other marks are okay. There are big ones, like for the shoulder pylons. These here, they are white. I don't know if you see it. Yeah, this way a little bit. But honestly, these Evangelions usually don't have all these marks on there. So I do not recommend them. I do only very marginal stickering on there. These red dots I don't use. I take this marker and I paint the points that I have to go on the hands. I use the proto markings on the arms, and I use the green proto markings on the shoulders. That's what I did also on the original. Like, this marking here is a sticker, this marking here is a sticker, and this one. They are, like I said, they are not perfect by a long shot. You can always press them down, but they will always try and come off. So they are not overly well. You actually need to see what you do, man, what you like, you know. But what Hank just said, you know, water decals are great. Water decals are super easy. I love water decals, so they are way better on there. They really stick flush to the surface. Those are great. 42, man. Jesus, I turn 40 next year. we're all in the same vicinity age-wise. That's funny. That's fucking funny. But yeah, this part goes on here, and this is the next part of the shell. And now this guy goes in here like this, and then we get the N17. And N17 is this part here. And we're almost done with that arm. You guys are so distracting. Stop talking. No, cool. It's cool that you're here. Like I said, I really mean it. I appreciate you. It's cool that you're here. It's better than to do it all alone. And I'm happy I can distract Chris from the crew a little bit and get some send some advice down his way, you know, because he was been thinking about the Gundams. And like I said, man, try the knockoffs. That's the best way to go about it. You know, try the knockoffs. So this one goes in here, and that's pretty much the upper arm. And this is the part that's weird. E15 goes on there. All these runners. Now we get to go. We gotta return to E. E15. This is just a little cover piece, and this is trying to come off a lot of times. And you see, those are small pieces, so they can fly off to never ever land, not to be found again. Some people also call it limbo or nirvana. So cut that down, make it a little bit clean again. There we go. Other side real quick. There it is. Old youth. Old youth. I could work with that. The details on the plastic, exactly. And with these guys, you know, they look like this. This is what they look like. This is the detail you get, you know. You get clear pieces for the lenses. So that's the detail. You get red in here, all the other color breakups. So the stickers are essentially a thing of taste. If you want to have more detail on there, really have it, okay. I got my Gundams, I got all the stickers on the Gundams, and they get me all the detail I want, and now I have the Evangelions, and I get them in scale. I want the detail on there. Then you sticker it up. You can pretty much do whatever you want. So this one goes... Does it go above or below? I'm always confused with this. This needs to get in there. Is it like this already? Always confused with this. There it is. Like this. And this covers down on the elbow. And then this one goes on top here. And that's the completed arm. With the articulation and all. You see, it even covers down here. A little bit of a hole. But you get the full articulation, which I think is amazing and very much appreciated. Last bit is a hand. We're going to do that, and I'm going to show you what I meant with the marker. I think this is really cool to show you what you can do with a small bit of marker. Of course, you need to always be careful with this, but for this arm, we're going to do the J16, which is here. And that is this one right here. And it's the same weird plastic. I'm going to show you the function also real quick. So that is that. And the H117. I'm just really quickly wondering which that one was. H1. What was H1? Sorry for the wobbling camera real quick. I just had to adjust my feet. Where's this one now? Got all these runners. All these runners are driving me crazy. There it is. The lowest one. Sorry. So we got these orange parts. Again, you know, you got only this and then this. Why not have it here on one runner? This is crazy. Anyway, H117 is going in there. This one in here. So there we got that. It's almost vanishing inside the hand, but you always need to cut down a little bit because the fitting really depends on it. It really does. So cut a little bit down more on here. There we go. And on the lower side is a little bit left. Ah, that's so cool. I was able to make you smile, and also your kids and everything. That is super cool. Oh, that made my day, man. That is cool. I wanted to do it like way sooner, but I get the feeling my mind is a little bit all over the place currently. But we put this in here. This has a hard time fitting, I just feel. That's the first time, actually. That's weird. And even though the orientation is correct, maybe I didn't cut down enough on this guy here. Like I said, a lot of it is depending on how much you cut down, so it actually fits. Seasoned collectors. Seasoned collectors with a seasoned taste. Although it's more acquired taste, right? So we got the hand here. As also, you know, you could do all that panel lining also on the hands here. There's so many lines in here, but on the hands I'm not going to go overly crazy. I don't want to have a cartoon look. Like what I want and why I do the panel lining in a few bits and spaces is because, yeah, I didn't cut enough. See, it fits in nicely there. So oh, you do? Why is that? With the hands and fingers, I mean, why you have trouble occasions with that? Hey, Chris, you know what? Hey, if you hit that, if you hit a KO, you know, if you're really gonna buy that, hit me up and show me what you got, okay? We're Facebook buddies. I'm also always just a call or a message away, you know. And like Hank says, you won't regret it. It's beautiful. But yeah, with the hand, like what I wanted to show you. You see, we got the little nudge in here in the wrist, and we got that little nudge on the pack of the actual hand. So you plug that in here, and this is going right in there. And this is what it's supposed to do. You move the hand, and the armor moves with it. But it's always liking to come out. This is actually the first time it moves this well. On the last two, it always moved out. So I don't know what I did wrong, or right, or vice versa, but it's now actually working. So we got that. And what I then love to do is take, again, this one. This is all the same line, you know, adding 140s, and you get that in black, brown, red. I also got orange, and I got green, meaning I can put the green even on the entry plug, which is cool. So now I'm taking the red, and I'm just painting that little dot on here, like ever so carefully, and also on the hand, because that's where it was. See, I just painted a little over it, but this is also why I didn't cut my fingernails. Fingernails are mandatory if you build these guys. And then you got these small red dots on the hands, just as they are supposed to be on there. And then you plug it on there, and that's your arm. And all of a sudden, you got half an EVA done. You know, you got all this movement out there. The shoulder moves it with it. You got a butterfly, back and forth. The armor moves with it. Double jointed elbow. So whenever I'm at this point of completion, I'm always like, you just built this, and it is so good. But the armor's not done. we still got to do the armor, and the armor on these guys are different than on the one with the completed shoulder. So right arm. Okay, they're doing it like this. See? They're doing it like this. We're gonna take the arm out real quick. 0, 0 without the apostrophe. We have to do this one right here. And we're gonna finish it off by applying the first sticker, because I want to give you a little bit of a mixed up experience. Sounds overly fancy, but you know. So we're gonna go to the O runner. Oh, and we also need N. So we're gonna take that one first. N number 8, which is there. This one. It's either one or the other. They are symmetrical, so you can take whatever part you like. A lot of symmetrical parts on this. This is also fun. So N8. Gonna clean it up real quick. God, when I see this, I really hope they're gonna repaint it and maybe do the blue version. That would be so cool. So we got that, and a little bit of the sprue below here. Yeah, man, sometimes ball joints are good, like also on the head, you know. A lot of third-party transformers companies just use just hinges, and there's just a lot of restriction in there. Ball joint, I mean, sometimes the head shape, the overall head shape, is a problem for the general movement. But overall, the ball joint just gives you a lot of there. You know, you get hinges in comparison or in conjunction with the rest, and it just gives you a lot of movement. It just gives this guy a lot of character. Just helps a lot. Must finish feeling. Yeah, exactly. You know, like sometimes you're really like, oh, I'm so tired, man. I need to eat. I need to do this. I need to do that, but must finish. It's exactly that. You're exactly right. So we got this, and this is the back side, and then we got the O5, and I believe I even saw that. That was on the O runner. There it is. Saw that already. Not too much finicking around. Oh my god, which one was it? 05. 05 is that one here. Oh, and that is cool. We have more little nudges where we can actually put some panel lining in there, just to give it a little bit more of a, you know, of a rough engineering thing. You see those little nudges in there? That's gonna be cool with a black edit. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that for sure. We're gonna finish up the arm with one more panel line, with some more panel lining, and with this sticker. I think that's cool. So we got this. Maybe hold it into the camera. That would be a nice idea if I want to show people how we're gonna clean that up. Good idea. Good idea. Idiot. So this is sometimes hard, you know. You got these pegs here, and then you got the sprues near the pegs. So there's a real danger of really cutting it into the actual peg. So there we got that. That's a little loose on there. Is that correct? Or does it need to go harder in there? Ah, it's going to be combined with another part. Okay, interesting. So that is the first part. The second part then continues here with N5 and O9. It's going to do the cover. And we're here at O9, and that is that one right here. There we go. And N5. And N5 is the inside of this up here. And this is done differently on the EVA-00 with the apostrophe, the refurbished version, because here this part is just going to be black inside yellow, and this here it's got these orange to green to red breakups, and those are all single parts. This is crazy. So this is a little bit more in here. We need to clean this up. This is done. We need to clean this up real fast. Oh, this is almost perfect. Just a little bit more. Like this. So yeah. This goes in here now. Like so. See? Super clean. Looks nice. And that's going okay, interesting. I'm just a little bit confused. Ah, I'm a super idiot. I put it in the wrong way. No wonder it's not in there safe. So it goes in on the pegs here. I have a hard time fitting this in there. This is weird. There we go. Did it the wrong way. What the hell? So this is this. And then we got the little hinge in here. This is where this guy comes in. Like this. And then the 08 comes over there. And that's the last cover. There we go. Once, twice, thrice. There we go. And that's going over this and closing this whole piece off with a little bit of a black color breakup. And this even closes down very, very well. So we just did it for the correct arm. This is getting over here on there. And the arm is gonna go in there. And there's this. And this is like a semi-shoulder pylon. Alright, Hangman, take care, dude. It's been great. Hope to see you next time. Yeah, man, I will do. Will do. Thanks for popping in, dude. Or not popping in. It's been a long time. Have a great day, man. Enjoy. Thanks for being here. So, enjoy your Sunday. Season collector. Take care, guy. I like how this looks. This is this is nice and closed off. That looks actually better than the other one, I kind of feel. And this articulation, yeah, I like that. That's nice. Really cool. So yeah, that's the arm. And we're gonna do just a tiny bit of panel lining to show you guys what you can take out of this. So a drop here and a drop here, second over, and you just wipe it off. What you want, and you got some more color nudges in there, and I think this really comes a long way with these things. You can also do all the guys at once, and even if you paint over it, this is no problem at all. You wipe it off, and then you got some more, you know, like kind of rough edged mechanical design in there, and I think it looks really cool. This works extremely well. Very happy. The red touches down sadly a little bit on the hands I just saw. This needs some more time to actually cure or dry, whatever you want to call it. And that's what we're going to do. Also on this guy in here. It's a tad better, I believe. So yeah, that's him. And we're going to finish it off with the sticker on the outer arm and on the shoulder. And then we're going to call it a day. So the good part is also, Chris, you're not getting just stickers and it's like, feel free, go ahead, you know? You can always, that is cool, side by side, gives you a real feel of a little bit how different these guys are. Like only marginal, you know, chest here, a little bit red on the pieces here, on here it's orange, different pylons, white on here. I think that's cool. That's just a slight difference, but it's enough. So on the unfinished shoulders, the 15 goes on there, and the 16 on the finished ones. So the 15 actually has the bigger one, which I kind of dig. So those are just usual stickers. And this is also where I like to then take the pliers. Sometimes it just helps to have it. The first, oh, dude, you honor me. The first build video, like these builds videos are on YouTube everywhere, and you watch mine first. This is, you continue to make my day. So you put this on there, and it's now looking a little bit white and everything, you know. But as soon as it's on there, you're gonna rub it down a little bit. And it's like these teaser tapes, you know, when you rub it down, that is actually gonna take on the color of it and just actually gonna look really nice. And the thing is, I'm a total perfectionist with stickers. If I'm not gonna put the sticker on there correct, it's gonna drive me crazy. I think there it is. Yeah, that's good. See? And then you rub it down some. And it's the first time I did it, and I think that's been applied pretty well. It looks good, if I'm allowed to say so myself. Some bubbles below there, and you can easily scratch those out with a fingernail. And it's looking money, you know? It's looking really, really good. And as a last for today, we're gonna apply. Sometimes the arm can pop out, but it's not as hard or as bad as on the EVA-01, let me tell you. So on this one, we're gonna change it up a little bit. On this one, you see how these actually lift a little bit. They're not the best, Chris. They're not the best, but they work overall. But on this one, we take the little bit more simple, and on the actual prototype where he wasn't finished, we're gonna take the other one, the one with more detail. I think that's a nice breakup. Like, prototype what it's about to do gets more information than the finished one. I think that's cool. So we're gonna check the orientation of this real quick. We took this portion essentially as a straight line. Just essentially we try to orient ourselves there. I think this should be good. press it in there so it vanishes on the rest, and then you press in the little bent part first, and then the rest. Rub it down some. And this is also cool with the stickers. You can essentially decide what you want to do. And I think this looks very good. Then they're essentially the same, but with a little bit of different approach. I may even rip these down and take the second set to perfect it, because it turned out very good on this. Turned out very, very good on this. There's a little bubble that just needs to go. But otherwise, I think this turned out spectacular. Really good. Also with a little I don't know, kind of, you know, these little notches in there, like kind of an industrial feel. I think this looks really, really good. I think I like the. Yo, KJ, what's good, dude? Shouldn't you be kind of? Although no, you shouldn't be sleeping. It's just after 8:30 on your side, right? Good to have you, dude. I was almost actually popping off because I was already online almost 2.5 hours, but just so you know, I've been building these Evangelions here, and they turned out quite nice. I actually like how this arm turned out. Like one half done with a different Evangelion, and I changed up a little bit of the course of it with a different sticker on there and a different pylon with some little bit of panel lining in here on the little notches on these guys on the back here. I think this looks spectacular. Really, really cool. Loving these guys. Do you build those? Do you build those? Or Gundam at all, maybe? I don't know. Been loving these guys to death, man. So good. I was wondering if I did this on these guys here too, but I did. So yeah, a lot of love in these guys. Loving these things. Very, 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 very huge amount of fun in these guys, and there's a lot you can do. Even some creativity with the amount of stickers and what you want to do with it. It's not overly perfect here, but the good thing is this is not perfect on here, so maybe I just take the sticker on the other side from the other set, and same goes with this sticker on here. I just take the one from the other set so I can perfect it. But shoulder turned out good. Yeah, man, they look killer. Like, I also don't build Gundam, you know, but I built the Evangelions because I changed up. Oh, I forgot the panel lining. Still something to do. I built the Evangelions because at first I had the Soul of Shogoken ones. But due to the way those are built, the problem is that the armor and the overall articulation and the engineering of these guys just gets loose over time, you know? Like when I'm walking through my collection room and I just walk past them in detail, they just toppled over, you know? And they are just really, really beautiful, but that they're toppling over is just, that's just not cool. So that's a big problem. That's a big, big problem. But yeah, that's been it. I think I'm almost 2.5 hours in. I'm gonna rotate this real quick. Please don't get seasick or anything on me. Oh my god, who's this ugly mug? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I think this is quite the progress. Both ones. Almost done. And this one looking a little bit like this one, looking a little bit more industrial with the little bit panel lining in there. I think these look cool, man. I love these guys. And then also a little bit of a weapon display with a positron rifle. Big fun. I'm feeling now I'm gotten down on the nerd, like really hard. I'm even building robots now. I'm really doing that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks to Chris and Hank and KJ for popping in. And otherwise, I would say I just wish you a great rest of the Sunday. Enjoy your day, man. And thank you guys for popping in. See you guys on the next review. Bye bye.